Y'all want to discredit us so bad to make yourself look good, and you don't have no point.
What are we talking about? A lot of these Negroes have already gotten the 7K check from Israel. We already know that.
Oh. You see, talking about the 7K check. I bet you he got the 7K check. We don't have no fight to have the $7,000 check. You got Fishback and Tucker Carlson them don't even mess with Israel. They talking bad about Israel. So why would they pay us? They would pay you guys because you are the only one that's trying to disrupt a grassroots movement.
Might have to drop a dime on them niggas.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta stop it.
I don't like that shit.
For sure, bro.
I don't like that shit.
All right, y'all, we back. Y'all know how we do. Always pushing health, wealth, and a better understanding of self. So we got amazing Lucas. We got to cancel him. He may have gotten that $7,000 check from the Democratic Party. It sounds like it. This is another guy. Don't have no point that sticks. Okay? He can't generalize and speak on FBA, and he's speaking for us like it's a whole. Okay, he's not speaking as if it's a lineage. He gave a reference of somebody online that said something, and he feels like we're all celebrating because James Fishback and Tucker Carlson, said FBA and said how they, they like these guys. Now, what Lucas don't understand is if that would have been a Democratic Party, Lucas wouldn't have said that. He would have co-signed it. Lucas is just playing political parties. He was once a Republican and he went to Democrat. So he's playing both sides and getting a bag. Okay. You can hear when he says, I don't care what you call me, just make sure the check clears. When somebody say something like that, they really all about the money. See, we about principles, morals, and respect. This delineation is not, my channel was about policies and what we're trying to have in place. I go over policies. I'm checking the policies that these tethers are putting out. Bro, if you can't be real with yourself and say our FBA brothers is standing on real business and pushing the work, because I'm hearing people say that. I'm hearing people that's not FBA, they came on my channel and they like, look, y'all fighting the fight though, man. I appreciate what y'all doing. I don't really, believe in everything that y'all saying. I don't know why, but y'all fighting the fight. So for anybody that's not keeping it real and not giving us credit for fighting what's owed to us, see the two things, man. You either really don't like or dislike or jealous of FBA, or you have to have some type of alliance with a group or organization that want to tear FBA down. It's just nothing else. Okay. But listen to this. I got some points I'm going to bring up, man, and expose this dude. You don't even need to speak on FBA, bro, because you sound like you are definitely a paid agent. But check this out.
That's what this is all about. Now, Fishback also says that, hey, these people are absolutely American, right? And Tucker Carlson's going, yes, absolutely. I love these guys. I love this Tariq Nasheed guy and everything. They're really good. They're real fun.
I like those foundational guys.
They're so good.
Tariq Nasheed and all. I mean, I don't agree with everything, but they've got a perspective. If your family's been here 400 years and the descendants of a lot of American slaves or families have been here 400 years, I don't know. I think that gives... I'll listen to you. Like you've
100%.
You've got a point of view that is legitimate, I think.
Yeah. And they're unequivocally heritage Americans.
That's for sure.
100%.
They're definitely heritage Americans, if any.
So if you can see there, they're trying to tie us into heritage Americans when we're trying to have our own, this is what we call ourselves, but you see how they're trying to group us in something. And you don't expose that and just see that they're trying to use our talking points and gather us with somebody else. You're trying to already group us with them. Like, because he like us or whatever scheme they trying to run, you're just putting it on us like, we did it. When they're running game and trying to get clout from us. And it's crazy how he don't point that out. You're a smart enough guy to be able to point that out.
One is.
I don't know what to say, but let me just be clear. This is not the flex that many people are making it to be. And I think this.
Ain't nobody made it as a flex. The only thing we said was, y'all used to say FBA is just, nobody knows about it, and that we're saying that is now getting recognition. That was it. Now people are understanding the moves that we're making. We're not flexing. We don't care about Tucker Carlson, the right, the left. Don't know FBA, real FBA. We don't care about politics. We care about what we're trying to make moves on. And maybe you are just listening on X at people who are just trash talking, and then you're gathering that information and thinking that this is what FBA is doing. No, bro. You need to subscribe to the channel. I'm going to tag you in this and check anything that I'm saying, and you can think that we're trying to align ourselves with the right or anybody. It's like you need to make sure you tapped in with the real guys, because obviously you ain't. You just going off of, probably some overseas account on X, putting some stuff on social media.
This is emblematic of why we can't have nice things. All right. This is why we can't have nice things, because people are following an FBI agent who is primary focus is to cause division. The individual, the FBI agent, according to court documents, I'm not saying it, but according to court documents, this alleged FBI agent has already told people, don't expect reparations, don't expect any tangibles, don't expect anything from this moniker of FBA.
Damn.
That it's nothing more than denoting the lineage. That's it. And when you see Tweedle.
So now he just said an FBI agent, allegedly, is saying that don't expect nothing out of FBA. When FBA is a lineage, the stuff that I can do under this lineage of FBA is different than what somebody else can do. Black Alpha Network, you got Red Supreme, you got NCF. We can push policies and do whatever we want to do. We're not one company or one group or just all doing one thing. Everybody got their own spots of what they're trying to accomplish. And it's hard for you to gather all of us up and say what we're all on. That's why people are going to say this is a paid influencer that's speaking on the higher ups to try to tear down grassroots movement. There's no reason for you to throw slander on people that you don't even know, you don't even watch, and you just generalizing. This is done from higher ups. And if you can't peep that, man, that's just
Dumb and Tweedledee, these two demons, and they are demons, because they're big upping these people for mentioning, FBA and Tether, like, oh, we've made it. I saw one post where this person actually said that. It was like, Negro, we made it. We did it. And this is why we can't have nice things, because instead of acting.
So you generalize everything that we doing off of somebody on X. I hope you verify them, bro. It's like, this is what I'm saying, bro. They're going to always, if y'all going to do that, you're going to always be able to find somebody that's saying something that don't align totally with what we got going on. And you're going to just generalize us with it without listening to the people who got big followings, who on this YouTube, and, listening to how we putting down. It's just some anonymous person on Twitter they're going to highlight, and they're going to just throw us all into that. You don't get no respect for that, bro. So I don't know what, still not a point he made that where I can say this is a point that makes sense.
Actually wanting empowerment, instead of actually wanting freedom, there is a group of these Black Americans who are nothing more than Sambo soldiers themselves, but they have managed to do mental gymnastics to try and act as if they're for Black empowerment, and they're about the Black people, okay?
Y'all got to call these people out. That's what we do. You see how I'm calling you out for what you're saying? Check out my video I just did on Antonio Speaks. I don't have a problem with whatever person I see get out of line. I'm putting you and putting an X on your face. Stop speaking and you don't have nobody. You don't got nobody that you showing us. It's like these people, I see these guys doing this. Stop with all of that, bro, because you lumping up people into something that you're seeing other people doing, and we don't even know who you talking about. So when you address people for what they do and what they say. Don't try to address what people do and just throw FBA on what they're saying, because FBA could be anything. FBA is just a lineage. It's people that don't agree with what we want, and they can say something. That don't mean you attach that to us. This is why I don't trust Amazing Lucas, bro. He's too on politics right now, and this ain't making sense to me.
We really about black people and everything, but in all actuality, they're nothing more than, Sambo soldiers.
He's out of line, but he's right.
They want a pat on the head. That's what they want. They want acknowledgement.
The secret of selling to the Negro is expressed in one word. That word is recognition. But perhaps because he's had so little of it, the Negro needs even more. He needs to feel important and appreciated.
Instead of actual policy legislation, they want acknowledgement. And this is where we are. This is why we get, because they constantly want to complain about Democrats, right?
You see how he's defending Democrats? They constantly want to aim about them. No, we talk about Democrats and Republicans. But if you're just going to pick and choose people that you just want to talk about and not, you need to be going into the real guys who've really got the following, who's really, putting down game. But for you to just get anybody, it's just you a paid agent.
Hustle is they're not for Republicans, but all the criticism is levied against Democrats. Bro, that's COINTELPRO. What do
There we go again, the COINTELPRO, without understanding what exactly the COINTELPRO did. The COINTELPRO ain't have nothing to do with Republicans and Democrats. They're only talking about the Democrats, and we ain't talking about the Republicans, but we talk about, on my channel, I talk about the Republicans and the Democrats, Trump and Kamala Harris. Why would we want to be tied with anybody? Like, why would you think it ain't real soldiers out here that don't want to be tied with none of this crap? Why wouldn't we think that that's some FBAs? That's what we got around here. It's like y'all want to discredit us so bad to make yourself look good, and you don't have no point.
What are we talking about? A lot of these Negroes have already gotten the 7K check from Israel. We already know that.
You see, he talking about the 7K check. I bet you he got the 7K check. We don't have no fight to have the $7,000 check. You got Fishback and Tucker Carlson, them don't even mess with Israel. They talking bad about Israel. So why would they pay us? You feel me? They would pay you guys because you are the only one that's trying to disrupt a grassroots movement. That's how y'all look to us. It looks like instead of you trying to really give a sophisticated take on why those guys did this and tried to associate FBA with what they got going on, you want to make it look like we paid them to do, like we co-signed them, like we told them to get on TV and talk about us. You see one guy on Twitter happy that we got recognition, and now you want to make it seem like we all happy that we got recognition. I put the X on their face, Tucker Carlson and James Fishback, using our talking point. But this is what I'm saying. This is why we don't really respect a lot of you guys that are Democrats, because you speak everything on a Democrat Republican. We not Republicans, bro. And it may be a FBA that may be a Democrat, may be a Republican. That don't. I feel like real FBAs or real Black American person is just never going to stand with any political party. That's my opinion.
But that's what they're doing. Oh, the Democrats this and the Democrat that and the Democrat this. And it's like, I don't get me wrong. The whole kente cloth with Nancy Pelosi, that's foolishness. But this is literally the same thing. This is a Fishback and Tucker Carlson talking about FBA. I like those guys. And yeah, they're American. This is the same thing as Hillary Clinton and the hot sauce. All right. And to further prove my point, you have Fishback who's talking about the biggest issue with the country right now is the great replacement in anti-white racism.
I'm here with James Fishback. He is a candidate running for Florida governor. James, what's something that is such a big issue in America that Republican politicians won't talk about?
The great replacement and white genocide, they're both real, and I'm running for Florida governor to stop it. It should not be this hard for America.
Now, I can see that this man, but he never even seen anybody, co-sign James Fishback. Nobody in our community. I'm in Florida. I'm from Florida. None of our people did that. Now, it was talk where people were saying, because Byron Donald does not believe in reparations, they're willing to make sure somebody else gets in office so we can have somebody that represents us. This is what people in Florida wanted. Now, why are you pushing on that we're like co-signing this guy? Y'all see what it's going? This is going to now that we're pushing for these guys. Like, we're supporters of Tucker Carlson and James Fishback now, that they said that they liked us and they took our talking point. And we've been checking them online since they did that. People in Tariq Nasheed spaces have been in my lives. We've been checking on, what is he talking about, Florida FBA society? We've been checking this, but they don't want to speak on that. They want to make everything seem like we trying to align ourselves with them people, and they know we not. It's just a great way to discredit us. But that's what I got, man. We canceling him. It's nothing that made sense. He just lied. It basically was lies that he was saying. There's nothing tangible that he said that really made sense. Nothing stuck. Nothing that we did, He just had a random person on X to say that, he was big up in the movement because we got recognition. But I want to know what y'all think about this in the comment section, man. We not dealing with these, fence straddlers and people that's lying on our, on our movement. Don't lie on our movement. Just tell the truth. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace and love.
To have a community, you must have three things to have a community in it. You must have a wholly independent economic structure that can provide goods, service, products, and things for your own people, and jobs and tax spaces for your own people. You should at least control 4 basic things. You should be trying to control water, food, medicine, and energy to be able to survive and compete.
Here we got Mr. Pollock. He had a cornfield. He took advantage of a free water test from us, and this is what we found in this water. We found sulfur, we found hardness, and we solved these problems with an easy fix of 2 tanks. So get your free water test today. Stay blessed. Click the link below.